Good evening, everyone. We will begin shortly. We'll give it a couple more minutes for any more public who may wish to attend. Good evening, everyone. I'm Greg Thomas, the General Manager for Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District. On behalf of the Board of Directors and staff, thank you for taking time out of your day to attend tonight's presentation on potential rate increases for the next several years. We definitely understand commitment of your time, so we appreciate you attending. Tonight's presentation and discussion will provide an overview of the last 8 months of the district's work on the budget and development of proposed rates to support the day-to-day operations of the water, wastewater, and recycled water systems to support 163,000 customers and growing. This started with staff developing a budget to cover our operations and maintenance, our workforce, our infrastructure replacement projects, such as replacement of pumps, pipelines, and other assorted motors, as well as the capital investment program for our larger improvement projects, such as the Diamond Regional Lift Station and Canyon Lake Water Treatment Plant. This budget was presented to the board through various public workshops and included refinements to get it as low as possible without jeopardizing our ability to sustain operations and ensure we meet all public health requirements 24/7. Our rate consultant then took the budget and created proposed rates, and again, through a series of public workshops and meetings over several months, the board refined the proposed rates to what they are today. Many variables go into setting these rates, and the board is very cognizant of the impacts to affordability and definitely took that into account. The entire rate study and information is posted on our website for your review and purview. Please hold all questions to the end of the presentation, and we have staff available to answer all of your questions. Again, thank you for taking time to attend tonight's meeting and presentation. Please sit back and listen to the approximately 20-minute presentation, and then we will answer questions. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. Today, we're going to review important information about Elsinore Valley Municipal Water District's proposed water, wastewater, and recycled water rate adjustments. Our agenda for today will start with an overview of EVMWD. We will then discuss why rate adjustments are being considered and how these proposed adjustments affect you. We'll end the presentation with information on what's next in the process and how you can get involved. EVMWD provides essential water, wastewater, and recycled water services to more than 163,000 people across Lake Elsinore, Canyon Lake, Wildomar, parts of Murrieta, and nearby unincorporated areas. We manage more than 48,000 water connections, 38,000 wastewater connections, and 150 recycled water connections, delivering around-the-clock service to you and your family. Over the next 5 years, we plan to invest more than $381 million to upgrade and expand our water, wastewater, and recycled water infrastructure. These upgrades protect public health, ensure water reliability during emergencies, strengthen our local economy, and provide a high quality of life for the communities we serve. Now, let's talk about how rates work. Did you know that as a public utility, EVMWD is prohibited from making a profit? Every dollar collected from customers funds daily operations, maintenance, and infrastructure upgrades to ensure the health and safety of our systems to better serve you and our communities. We comply with all state and federal regulations and perform regular maintenance and upgrades to our water, wastewater, and recycled water systems. Earlier this year, we hired an independent rate consultant to complete a cost of service study that looks at our operational finances and system needs and helps determine rates that accurately cover the cost of providing these services. We know inflation has made it harder for families to keep up with everyday expenses. and water providers are facing the same pressures. The cost of delivering safe, reliable service is rising due to several key factors beyond our control, including the increasing cost of imported water. Imported water costs are expected to rise 52% by 2029. Higher electrical and chemical costs. Electrical costs are increasing 17% in the next 6 months. Aging infrastructure that must be replaced, important investments in a skilled workforce, and stringent state and federal regulations that require increased spending to meet compliance. Today, about 75% of our water supply is imported from sources like the Colorado River and State Water Project. This supply source alone is responsible for 30% of EVMWD's overall costs. That's why we're investing in local water supplies to reduce dependence on expensive imported water and improve long-term water affordability. Because our number one priority is the health and safety of our customers and the community we serve, it is critical that we meet or exceed all water and wastewater quality standards. New water quality regulations, like those addressing PFAS, require treatment upgrades and additional testing. In fact, the state of California has some of the strictest water quality and conservation mandates in the country. Although these regulations help keep our water safe and secure for the future, they result in higher costs for EVMWD to ensure compliance. Water and wastewater infrastructure needs consistent maintenance to ensure reliability and safety. Your rates fund more than just water delivery and wastewater treatment. Rates allow us to maintain hundreds of miles of pipelines, water and wastewater treatment facilities, pumps, dams, lift stations, and more, so everything remains in good working order. Fun fact, there is enough water and wastewater main pipes underground to stretch from Lake Elsinore to Denver, Colorado. That's over 1,100 miles of pipelines. Now, let's walk through the types of rate adjustments being considered. We are proposing an adjustment to the variable rates for drinking water service, as well as the power zone rates. You'll also see a capital replacement line item on your bill. We'll provide more information on that specific change later in this presentation. Adjustments are also being made to the fixed service charges for water, as well as the fire line connection fixed service charge. We're also proposing adjustments to recycled water charges, wastewater rates, and water shortage surcharges. The board is also considering other changes related to rates, including reducing the residential indoor water allotment from 55 to 47 gallons per person per day to align with new state conservation regulations. Residential customers are currently allotted 55 gallons per person per day for indoor usage, which is billed at the Tier 1 rate on your EVMWD bill. If this change is approved, customers will see a reduction in the amount of water allocated in Tier 1, causing them to move into Tier 2 sooner. We're also proposing simplifying the structure for residential, irrigation, and recycled water customers by reducing the number of tiers to better align with the results of the rate study and to meet legal requirements. To better understand your bill and the tier structure, think of your water use as a series of buckets. Tier 1 is for indoor use. The allocation of water provided in this bucket is based on the amount of water necessary to serve indoor water usage for each full-time resident in the home. Tier 2 is for outdoor use. The allocation of water provided in this bucket is for your landscape needs and is based on your property's irrigable area and the time of year. In the cooler months, you'll receive a smaller bucket of water to use, while in the hotter months, you'll receive a larger bucket of water to use, to reflect seasonal usage patterns on related costs. Tier 3 is for all other use. If you use more water than what is allocated in your water budget in Tier 1 and 2, you'll move into Tier 3, which captures costs necessary to serve water usage in excess of indoor and outdoor use. This is a good time to use AquaHawk to check for leaks or to call EVMWD for additional support. Here is a snapshot of the current and proposed variable water charges for residential customers. Variable rates are based on the amount of water used at the property and are billed per 100 cubic feet or CCF. 1 CCF equals 748 gallons. As mentioned previously, if approved, the residential proposed rates will only have 3 tiers. You'll see how these proposed rates will affect your bill on a future slide. Here is a snapshot of the variable water rates for our other customer types. This slide also includes the proposed changes to the power zone rates. The power zone charge covers the costs associated with the energy required to pump water to an elevation that is appropriate to serve your home or business. The power zone charge is billed per billing unit or CCF, the same manner in which the variable water rate is billed. EVMWD has a dedicated fund to support ongoing infrastructure replacement projects. As part of these proposed rate adjustments, customers will now see a capital replacement charge on their water bills. This is not a new charge. These costs were previously included in the fixed and variable water rates. By highlighting this charge as its own item, you can now see exactly how much of your bill goes towards funding infrastructure repairs and replacements. The capital replacement charge is a fixed charge and is based on meter size. Water charges also include a fixed monthly service charge based on meter size. Fixed service charges recover the costs associated with making water service available, regardless of the amount of water used. Proposed changes to those charges are highlighted here. You'll notice these proposed rates are lower compared to current rates because we split out the capital replacement portion as mentioned in the previous slide. This slide includes the proposed charges for the fire line connection fixed service charge, which is a fixed monthly charge based on meter size for meters supplying fire suppression facilities. This slide includes the proposed charges for the variable and fixed rates for our recycled water customers. Now that we've reviewed the proposed water and recycled water rates, let's take a look at the changes the board is considering for wastewater rates. Wastewater charges include a fixed and variable charge. These rates fund daily operations and the maintenance of over 400 miles of wastewater pipeline, treatment facilities, and other critical infrastructure. In November of 2023, the Board of Directors approved wastewater charges for fiscal year 2026 and fiscal year 2027. As part of the most recent cost of service study, the Board is considering rate adjustments for fiscal year 2028 and fiscal year 2029, as noted in the chart you see here. In 2021, EVMWD adopted the Water Shortage Contingency Plan to respond to foreseeable and unforeseeable water shortages and help ensure we can keep service running during a crisis. A water shortage can occur for many reasons, such as a catastrophic event, like an earthquake, an extended power outage, or an extended drought. As part of this cost of service study, the board is also considering updates to our water shortage surcharges. Surcharges will not appear on a customer's bill unless an emergency is declared and the board acts to approve implementation of these charges. Proposed changes to the water shortage surcharges are highlighted here. So, what does this mean for you? Here you see a sample water and wastewater bill. As we mentioned before, Tier 1 includes the allotment of water billed for indoor use, which, if approved, will be reduced to 47 gallons per person per day. Tier 2 includes the allotment of water billed for outdoor landscaping needs and is based on your irrigable area and the time of year. You'll continue to see a power zone charge for each unit of water billed, along with the fixed service charge. And, if approved, you'll see the additional line item for the capital replacement charge, which was previously part of your fixed and variable rates, but will be separated out in an effort to be more transparent. The wastewater or sewer portion of your bill will increase based on the rates that were approved in November of 2023, as shown here. For the average family of 4, bills were increased by about 9%, or about $15 per month. Your actual bill will be higher or lower depending on the amount of water you use per month. Every dollar of your EVMWD bill supports essential services. The biggest portion, 24 cents of every dollar, goes towards securing a reliable water supply. Another 21 cents supports water operations, 17 cents supports capital projects, and 13 cents goes towards wastewater operations, with the rest funding administration and testing and permits. And because health and safety is our #1 priority, all district costs are driven by state and federal regulations. Another important change we're proposing is merging our Elsinore and Temescal divisions into a single division. Right now, each division has its own rate structure, but are part of the same water system. By combining the divisions for billing purposes, we can ensure all customers pay for infrastructure improvements across the entire system. This merger also helps reduce costs for our Temescal customers. Under the proposed rates, with division consolidation, a Temescal customer bill will go up about $17 a month starting fiscal year 2026. If we don't move forward with consolidation, Temescal customers would see an increase of about $37 per month in fiscal year 2026. By 2029, our Temescal customers could be saving more than $80 per month compared to what they would have paid if the divisions stayed separate. This slide shows the overall impact by year for an average family of 4 for a combined water and wastewater bill. If these rates are approved, EVMWD anticipates average annual impacts to customer bills ranging from 8.4% to 9% from 2025 through 2029. However, we are not alone in needing these rate adjustments. Agencies across the region are making changes to their rates as well. This chart shows several nearby agencies and what the annual bill impact will be for their rate adjustments over the time frame shown. These annual adjustments range from 6.6% to 16%. We know these are challenging times, and we feel the same pressure you do when it comes to rising costs. That's why EVMWD works hard to keep costs as low as possible. Since 2020, we've secured over $73 million in grants and low-interest loans, savings that go directly back to you by reducing what we need to recover through rates. We're committed to continuing to offset major project costs to save you money. As an example, for the $100 million Canyon Lake Water Treatment Plant Upgrade Project, we've secured over $10 million in federal grants, $8.5 million in congressional earmarks, and are seeking an additional $50 million in low-interest loans. If the loan is fully secured, we will have saved customers over $28 million in costs for this critical infrastructure project. In addition, to help further minimize rate impacts, we have utilized $14 million in revenue offsets from property tax and other non-rate revenue sources. These proactive steps are saving money today and helping us avoid larger rate increases in the future. We understand rate increases can be difficult, especially when everything else feels more expensive too. That's why we offer the RARE program, Rate Assistance for Residents of Elsinore Valley, which provides monthly credits for income-qualified customers on their EVMWD bill. Current qualifying customers can receive a credit up to $39.16 on their water and wastewater bill. The Board of Directors evaluates the RARE program on an annual basis to ensure it continues to provide real relief as costs change. Learn more at www.evmwd.com/rare. We know no one wants to hear about rate increases, and we do not take them lightly. But the reality is that the cost of providing service is going up. The board is considering the proposed rate adjustments due to rising costs of imported water, electrical, and chemical costs, the costs associated with compliance of stringent federal and state regulations, and the costs associated with maintenance and repair of critical infrastructure. EVMWD is committed to finding every opportunity to reduce pressure on your bill through outside funding, non-rate revenues, and strategic local investments. Now, let's review what is next in this rate setting process. All property owners within EVMWD boundaries received an official notice of proposed rate changes as part of the Proposition 218 process, which gives customers the right to submit a written protest or objection. Instructions for how to submit a formal protest are included in the notice and are available at www.evmwd.com/rates. You have until June 23rd for formal objections and June 26th to submit formal protests. The EVMWD Board of Directors will hold a public hearing on June 26th at 4 p.m. If a majority of affected customers protest, the rate changes cannot move forward. If approved, the new rates will become effective July 1st, 2025 and continue through June 30th, 2029. We encourage all customers to review the proposed rate changes and participate in the process. Learn more at www.evmwd.com/rates. Should you have any questions, please contact EVMWD customer service during normal business hours at 951-674-3146, option 1, or email us at ihaveavoice@evmwd.net. Any of our representatives will be happy to assist you. Thank you for taking the time to learn about the proposed rate adjustments. We know these decisions matter to you, and we're committed to being transparent, responsible, and fair in the process. Please reach out if you have questions. You can also visit www.evmwd.com/rates for more information. And stay involved as we plan for a strong water future together.
Comments or how to? Well, good evening, folks. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, the information. So I believe we have a couple folks online, and if you have any questions, you can follow the directions up there through the chat. You can answer questions, or Skylar, you want to cover the raise your hand, or if you're on the phone, unmute yourself. So, do we have any questions? All right, well then, thank you for your time. Oh, okay. Okay. So just for as we're bringing that up, we do this will be posted on our website under the rates as you saw before, and as well as all the information. And regarding all the workup and the workshops and everything, that would be under our various study sessions or committee meetings, and all the information is associated with that is also posted online. Okay, so if there's no questions, I guess this concludes the presentation. Thank you for taking your time, folks. And again, the public hearing is on June 26th at 4 p.m. And submit the if you have a protest or a comment letter, please submit those. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening.